Hey everybody, Mr. Horgan here with you for another retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing Game Recap. This one was requested by Larry4009 Returns. Now he originally asked me to recap the Price is Right that aired back on September 9th, 1991, which marked the show's 20th season premiere. Unfortunately, there's only clips of the episode up on YouTube, so I couldn't find the whole episode. So Larry4009 Returns made a second request, and it's to recap the episode that took place back on September 11th, 1991, 10 years before the tragic event that took place in New York City with the World Trade Center. So now let's take a trip down memory lane to review what took place during the 20th anniversary celebration back on the 11th of September. The pricing games played on that day were the following: one away, one right price, secret X, range game, dice game, and grocery games. The first contestant was Stephanie. She played one away for a Cadillac Eldorado touring coupe, modeled by Darling Diane. And I have to say that Cadillac looks very nice in red. Wrong price was $42,884. Stephanie chose the 4 to be a 3 and not a 5, the 2 to be a 3 and not a 1, the first 8 to be a 9 and not a 7, the second 8 to be a 7 and not a 9, and the 4 to be a 5 and not a 3, making the new price of $33,975. Now it was time for Stephanie to ask the gentleman if she had at least one number right. Now, she first asked the gentleman if she had at least one number right. She did have at least one number right. Now, after forgetting to say gentleman, with Bob telling her she had to say gentleman, she asked him if she had at least two numbers right. She did have at least two numbers right. Now when she asked the gentleman if she had at least three numbers right, she did have at least three numbers right. Then when she asked the gentleman if she had at least four numbers right, she did have at least four numbers right. And now it all came down to a very exciting moment. Bob instructed Stephanie to ask the gentleman if she had all 5 numbers right. And when she asked the gentleman if she had all 5 numbers right, the answer to her question was simply this: she had all 5 numbers right! Actual retail price, $33,975. I couldn't believe it. And actually, Stephanie couldn't believe it either. She won the Cadillac with all 5 numbers right and not changing one number at all. What a start to that show. Alright, Jenna played one right price for a Leisure Products System wine vault miniature modeled by Happy Holly, and a Waterventures 3-wheel aqua cycle ridden by Kinky Kathleen in a modeling fashion. Juicy Janice brought out the one right price of $2,395. Jenna believed it went to the wine vault, and when Janice placed the $23.95 price on the wine vault and revealed the actual retail price, it was $2,950. Kathleen showed us the 3-wheel aqua cycle having the one right price of $23.95. Carlton played Secret X for a Bassett Legend dining room group and Ainsley Pembroke Service of 8 fine bone china from the Fina Co. Bridal Registry, modeled by Diane, valued at $4,280. I'd like to point out that the Carlton that was playing Secret X was not Alfonso Ribeiro's character. from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Carlton Banks. Carlton places free X on the top left corner. Holly modeled the two small prizes, which were Jovan Musk for Men Cologne and Super Seal Healthy Lifestyle Vegetable Steamer. For the cologne, Carlton believed it was $11 and not $6. Holly revealed the price to be $11. He places Earned X on the bottom right corner. Now, for the Healthy Lifestyle Vegetable Steamer, Carlton believed it was $9 and not $5. Holly revealed the price to be $9. Carlton places second Earned X on the bottom left corner. So, in order for him to win, the secret X either had to be in the middle or on the bottom. If it was on top, as Bob would say, more's the pity. Bob pressed the button to reveal where the secret X was, and it turned out to be in the middle! Carlton became a winner! Bradley played range game for a handcrafted, quality, hardwood constructed, nostalgic 1930s jukebox that had Janis dancing to the 30s styles music that was being played as Rodney described the jukebox. Now, Bradley froze the $150 range between about $5,050 and $5,200. But get this, after he froze the rangefinder, it kept going up by about $15. So it was up to $5,065 and $5,215. Bob pointed out that since it went $15 beyond, he mentioned that Bradley would be a winner if the price of the jukebox appeared in the dark green strip where he froze, or $15 below or above from where he froze, but then kept going up. Anyway, $5,050 and $5,200 is where Bradley intended on freezing. The actual retail price that lit up in the dark green strip was $5,050! Bradley won the jukebox! Very weird mistake in range games happening there. Okay. Next we had Susan playing dice game for a Subaru Legacy station wagon that was modeled by Janice and Holly. Diane and Kathleen brought out the dice game table. The first number in the price of the station wagon was 1. Susan rolled a 3 for the second number. Was 3 the second number? It was not. She said it was higher. For the third number, she rolled a 3 again. Was 3 the third number? Yes, it was. Now for the fourth number, take a wild guess on what she rolled. If you said 3, you are correct. Was 3 the fourth number? It was not. She went with the odds and said it was higher. And finally, for the fifth number, she rolled a 1. Was the fifth number a 1? No, it wasn't, but we knew it was higher. That number turned out to be 5. Was the second number higher than a 3? Yes, it was. It was a 5. Now the fourth number. The odds were in her favor. Was the fourth number higher than a 3? When the number lit up, it was a 2! Oh, man. Actual retail price, $15,325. That stings. Finally, Norma played grocery game for a pair of Arctic Cat snowmobiles. One of them was the Prowler and the other being Lynx. Modeled by Kathleen and Holly as they were riding on them in a modeling fashion, valued at $8,098. Janice was the cashier. The 5 grocery items were Klondike ice cream bars, Fleischmann's Rapid Rise yeast, Pizza double cheese flavored dog treats, Green Force 100% recycled fibers paper towels, and liquid all detergent. Norma first chose the Klondike ice cream bars. She decided to buy 7 of them. a package of the Klondike ice cream bars went for $2.99. 7 of them told $20.93. And Norma won just like that. Now, Bob asked Norma if she had seen Klondike ice cream bars being on the grocery game before, and she pointed out that she had. Bob said that Norma was rewarded these snowmobiles based on her loyalty to The Price is Right. And speaking of Bob, I'd like to give a little acknowledgement. He actually entered through the audience and not behind the big doors at the beginning of the show. Very strange that One Away was the first pricing game. Well, I really wouldn't say it's strange, but it's strange that Bob entered from the audience with One Away being the first pricing game. Anyway, pretty good show back on September 11th, 1991. One Away, Secret X, Range Game, and Grocery Game were all won. Those were the 4 big wins. One Away, Secret X, Range Game, and Grocery. And we also gave away $1,000 won by Stephanie in the first Showcase Showdown. So, Stephanie, Carlton, Bradley, and Norma are the MVPs of The Price is Right in this episode. And Stephanie, she had a really great day. She won her showcase. That was all about volcanoes. That was the theme. Presented by Janice. These are the prizes that she modeled that Stephanie won in the showcase. A Magnavox Movie Maker videotape camera, a trip to Hawaii that included a 6-night stay at the Westin Maui Kanapali Beach, a trip to Italy that included a 6-night stay with breakfast daily at the Hotel Alante of Rome, and a trip to Japan that included a 6-night stay at Miyako Hotel in Tokyo. Stephanie bid $13,000 on her showcase. The actual retail price was $17,507, a difference of $4,507. She won a grand total of $54,032 in cash and prizes on that day during the Price is Right 20th anniversary celebration. Way to go. This retro edition of the Price is Right Price Game Recap is sponsored by Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola. Had to use a retro theme there. So that is for Larry 4009 Returns. I'm sure he enjoyed watching this. My next retro price game recap is supposed to be requested by Net21 for the episode that aired back on October 29th, 1985. But I'm having a little bit of difficulty trying to find that episode on YouTube. Upcoming retro pricing and recaps will be for January 21st, 2002, requested by Money7373. And there's also 2 pricing and recaps requested by Ben Mason Television. One from May 1977 and one from May 1974. I'll get the exact date in the next retro pricing recap that I will do. So until then, this is Mr. Organ reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. See you next time, everyone.